Hello. Hey, everybody. Video 44 coming at you with another video saying hello. Like, I'm answering the phone. I just got through speaking to my sister, Pamela. I cut the video that I was making down short so I can answer her phone call. She's very sweet, man. She essentially telling me that she wants me to find my way out of this hotel and that if I need a place to stay, if things get crazy for me, her doors are open. So I really appreciate Pamela. I spoke to several of her daughters this morning. This is a beautiful thing to see how much family really cares, man. They all connect with one another, and when somebody's birthday come around, they reach out, and they reach out in droves, and it's so many of them. So you get all that love, man. I've been off and on the phone today more so than I've been in the last month, and all well wishes, good energy, and love people showing me. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of people, man. So yeah, and my family and beyond. My boy T hit me as well. So, you know, it's a good day, man. I'm not the most social person, is what I was essentially telling you guys, but when your birthday comes around and you have so many people reach out to you, you start to realize how much love you got in your life and how much you should be willing to be a part of that for others, and more than I am. And I try to reach out to people's birthday, but not like I've received today. People that don't know me that well, that are related to me, hitting me up left and right, boom, 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 sending me this, sending me that. I'm like, man, this is awesome. This is what it feels like to be a part of something, a family, a normal circumstance for which many years of my life I didn't understand. I didn't have that going on. But you know, as I've grown older, I start to realize how much family loves me and how much I love them back. And it's a beautiful thing, man. I hope you have that in your life, or to a much more consistent degree than I had growing up. But you know, even if it's not loved ones that are related to you, still may find a family that loves you just the same. I got plenty of friends that I feel are family as well. And you know, it's one of those things where I just feel very loved today. And even for those who've yet to reach out to me, I'm sure I'm gonna get more calls as the day goes forward. I think about people who've reached out to me in the past years, people I've lost touch with but showed love when we were close. I still appreciate all of that. You know what I mean? I still think about that. So that's what it is for me. There's a whole lot of gratitude. This day is going a lot better than I thought it would, just because of how much has been sent my way, and in terms of well wishes and gifts. So, you know, being in a situation where you live like me, you live alone, you know what I mean? It's like you get used to that. You don't really expect much. You don't feel yourself needing much. But when you get it, it sure feels good, man. So that's what's up, man. Happy to be home. I was thinking about that as well. Thinking about all the things that I'm thankful for. I thought I would have to live in Virginia or somewhere out of state. Maybe had to move to Texas or something where it would be cheaper, or somewhere in the Midwest. I really thought that was where I would be a year ago, when considering where I would be right now. I'm way happier with the outcome that was on the way than what I was seeing as I was anticipating things. This has been better, a much better path than what I thought it was going to be. And that's really what it is, man. I'm fortunate. And more than fortunate, I'm also intentional on being more so providing that to others, and work that out into my equation so I can be a part of what has been coming my way. So yeah, man, there's so many things I wanted to say. I wasn't able to kind of get the videos going the way that I would have, because I want to make sure I answer these phone calls from family members. Normally, I just talk through it, but on this day when people are reaching out, I feel like it's in my best interest to be present as those who are trying to be present for me are present. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like not answering the phone today, like I normally find myself being, like, I'll catch them later and then never call back type stuff. That's just not how I feel this morning. And so that's really what it is, man. A lot of birthday love. I'm sure you all sending well wishes my way too. I feel the prayers and everything. And all the people who support me on my channel, I appreciate y'all. Maybe some of y'all are celebrating a birthday around this same time. Happy birthday and belated birthday and future birthday to everybody. All of us Leo and Virgos. I have a lot of Libra friends as well. Big birthday clusters ahead. So You know, it's just a lot of celebration. Today I celebrate my mother. You know, my mom taught me something. You know, her birthday, she'd be like, everybody wants to celebrate the person who was born, but who really deserves celebration on people's birthday is the moms who took on the event of giving birth. That's more of a feat than actually being born. It's that of whom brought us in here. And I know every pregnancy is different and all of that, and you get into a biology conversation that's a bit more intelligent than myself, but at the end of the day, a good portion of us are born to mothers that had to go through a massive amount of pain to bring us into the earth, regardless of how they handled things afterward. That event alone, that occurrence alone deserves a great deal of celebration. And not everybody had great moms, you know, I get that. I had a wonderful mother, so I was one of the lucky ones. But even if you didn't have the greatest mom, if she had to endure the pain of bringing you in, I think on your birthday, it would be great to acknowledge that person. I really do believe that, man. And so I acknowledge my mom on my birthday and all the moms out there who do the hard work of not only the mothering, but the birthing process and the pregnancy process, which is something I honor a great deal and appreciate all the moms out there. And I hope that for those of y'all who are able to have children and want to have children, you will be able to live to see that. That's another one of my prayers, to be a father, to carry forth my family name on my mom's side. It's something we've talked about on this channel recently. It's something that I'm thinking about right now. At 40 years of age, one would think I'd already have kids. Some of us my age already have grown kids, but I don't have any, and I definitely have that in my future as one of my things that I'm dreaming and praying for. The Lord will make it so that things will shake out, that even though I'll be an older dad, that I will be able to be that. So I feel confident that God is in control of all things. If for some reason he doesn't want that to happen, I won't go into my grave feeling incomplete or nothing, but it's something that I really would like for not just myself, but for that person, whoever they're going to be, so they can have some life out here. And so that's really what it's about, man. It's not just about I want a child. It's about providing the right circumstances so that that person can thrive in the life that they're in, and that their timing can be aligned with what is meant for them. So, you know, I think a lot of times people say I want kids, it's about what they want to receive, not necessarily about the path that they're trying to provide that person. And I think that's what comes to mind when I consider my birthday and what was given to me. My mother, my father, good parents. How my father allowed my mother to keep me, and that was the right decision. How my father then went on to be a father, a present father for his 4 other younger children, which is exactly the way I would want him to have handled it. And seeing how they turned out, I spoke to my sister Sarah, one of those children, this morning. She wants to be a mother and is hopeful that things will align so that her health will allow it to be. And I pray for her and see to it that it'll be the case. And you know, that's what I say, man. I told them, I've told you guys, but I wouldn't have had it no other way. I wouldn't have had it so that my father was in my house with my mother while my stepmother raised 4 children by herself. I know I was a handful for my mom, but I just feel like the math of that for the betterment of my siblings just made more sense for them to have their dad 4 kids than for me to have had my dad in the house. Maybe that's unfair to my mom, but she agreed. She wasn't intentional on being with my dad or anything like that. It wasn't like they were meant to be, or like they ended on bad terms or nothing. So, you know, for all things considered, I was never jealous or regretful or resentful of my circumstance. It was exactly the way I would have preferred it. And my dad raised my little brothers and sisters, especially since we have Matthew, who's challenged of the mind. There was no way I wanted him not to have his father. No way. So that's something I want to say, man. Sometimes parents have to make the hard decisions. They don't want to leave you, but maybe they just got to do math a different way. And you know, a lot of times we can be selfish in our mindsets about how that goes, but the reality is that sacrifice on our end, us being cool with those circumstances, can really make for things to be so much smoother. Sometimes it's not just about you. You know, sometimes it's about others. And when I look at how my family turned out, I look at my little brother and how he's a father now, Vernon, and he's present for his kid. It's like, I'm glad Dad was present for him to show him how to do it. Now you see the walk that he's in. He's a present father. Like, I wouldn't throw that all away so that I could have my dad in my household, and whatever would have come with that. You know, I wouldn't. I prefer what this was. So on my birthday, these are things I think about, man. I really think about that. And I'm thankful that God made it so that I am thankful, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, man, time to get in here. I don't got a lot of time to waste. I can't act like I can do this like I'd like to do these days. But just want to come on here and show love to everybody who's showing love to me. And I appreciate you all for watching BDL44.